Hello, it's Gordon here. Hope all is well with you. And this Facebook Live I've called Talking Extemporaneously. Crikey. Talking extemporaneously. Now, I wasn't sure what the subject was going to be for my Facebook Live today. I've got lots of different subjects that I'm going to be talking about and intending to talk about, but I couldn't decide which one to pick today. And part of me was thinking, well, just pick one of them then and go with that one, because they're all good subjects that I've got in mind, so that anyone is going to have value. But I just couldn't seem to make a decision. And then I thought, why don't I just start talking extemporaneously about talking extemporaneously? Now, you might be wondering, what the hell does that mean? Extemporaneous. And it's a good question. What it means is talking without preparation. In other words, a little bit off the cuff, or going a little bit off piste. And it's something, dare I say, that I'm quite good at. You give me a subject and I can use that subject to turn it around to one of my strands of content, whether that's the Transform Your Life Now strand, self-improvement, goal achievement, wealth creation, or the online passion profits strand. And the reason I'm talking about it is because it's quite important that you're going to be able to do it, in my view, and as part of the online passion profits model. And the difference between talking extemporaneously and talking either as if you're reading from a script or you are actually reading from a script is huge. It's absolutely huge, and it's a key point, because in today's world, with the explosion of the internet and the explosion of Facebook and the explosion of Facebook Live, you can create a genuine, authentic engagement and connection with your audience in that niche, that field, that marketplace of whatever your passion is. And if you remember, the one sentence fundamental behind online passion profits is that no one's going to make any profit, any money at all, until someone buys something. Well, whether that product is a physical product, a service, or information, there's got to be something which makes you stand out, to give a buyer a reason to buy via your monetization offer rather than someone else's. And that reason is pretty much always going to be engagement between the real, genuine them and the real, genuine you. And the way you can put that across is, funnily enough, to be genuine and to be you. In other words, when you're doing content, and this works for written content, audio content, but particularly video, just talk conversationally. Now, I've pretty much always written conversationally, and people say they enjoy reading it, which is very kind. But one of the reasons people enjoy reading it is because they can imagine me having a conversation with them. So it's that genuine engagement. And when you're doing a video, to talk conversationally is it's much more engaging and looks much more authentic, because it is, than if you're talking from a script or memorized lines. So when I do my Facebook Lives, normally I know what I'm going to be talking about, so I've done some preparation. I don't read from a script, I don't read from notes, I don't memorize line for line, but I know what I'm going to be talking about. And then after that, I talk extemporaneously, and I can do that because I know what I'm talking about. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, it becomes hard to talk extemporaneously because you're going to be unsure. You're going to forget things. Whereas if you do know what you're talking about, talking extemporaneously is just like having a conversation. Now you might know where I'm going with this. Online passion profits. Can you have a conversation with someone about your passion? Of course you can. You do it all the time, I'm sure. Whether that's online and/or offline. You have conversations with people about all sorts of things. And when you're having a conversation with someone about any subject, are you talking from a script? Of course not. Are you remembering lines? Of course not. You're talking extemporaneously. So when it comes to your passion, the same things apply. If you're talking to someone about your passion, are you talking from a script? No. Are you remembering a set of lines? No. You're talking extemporaneously. So, when it comes to your passion and turning your passion into profit online, if you do that, if you're doing Facebook Lives, whatever your niche is, and whether you're a creator in that niche or a consumer in that niche, if you talk about that passion of yours in a conversational style, you are then talking extemporaneously. So it sounds like a big fancy skill. And there are certain tricks and techniques which help you that you can learn as you go along. But by and large, fundamentally, you can just remember it as having a conversation. Now, sometimes when you're doing a live or you're making content, it's not a two-way conversation. And that's one of the skills and techniques. You're basically having a one-way conversation with a camera. So that can be a bit daunting and a bit off-putting for someone who's not used to doing it, perhaps. But of course, one of my favourite words, one of my 4 magic words beginning with A, action. Once you do it, and then do it again and again, and the more often you do it, you will then slip into just talking conversationally. And it's a great skill to have, and it's a key element and a key advantage that you can lever when it comes to turning your passion into profit online. So, I quite enjoyed that myself actually, talking a little bit off the cuff, going a little bit off-piste, but nevertheless, that was still kind of one of the subjects I had in mind to talk about, talking extemporaneously. So let me know what you think. If you like that message, hit the like button. I would appreciate that. It helps me share my message further via the Facebook algorithms. Let me know what you think. Leave a message below. Do you think that you can do it, or do you think you wouldn't be able to do it? I'd love to hear what you think about it. Hope all is well with you. Wishing you as ever health and happiness. And I will speak to you again tomorrow.